Welcome. This is Light Availability Enterprise. Today we are going to discuss about circuit breaker. You can see before me we have the MCB, the miniature circuit breaker. Then we have the dual circuit breaker. Now, a circuit breaker is a device that trips off on normal or abnormal condition. So we are going to focus on the abnormal condition that will make a circuit breaker trips off. One of the abnormal conditions that will make a circuit breaker trips off is overload condition. If this circuit breaker is rated for 10 amps and you inject amps above 10 amps, the circuit breaker is going to trip off. That is on overload condition. Then we have another condition called the short circuit condition. If you allow the electrical conductor or wire to bridge, to touch themselves, and they are across a circuit breaker, the circuit breaker is meant to trip off to provide protection. Now, if the circuit breaker trips off, does it trip on back? The answer to that question is no. The circuit breaker is a smart device, but it is not an intelligent device. The moment it goes off, it will not come on. It will require an engineer or even a layman to come and push it on back. But before you push on a circuit breaker, you must find the reason why it trips. Either it trips on short circuit or it trips on what? On overload. Then what you are going to pay attention to again is the rating of the circuit breaker. You must know the load that you want to inject the circuit breaker on. If the circuit breaker is 10 amps, you make sure the rating of the load matches with what? With the circuit breaker. If not, your circuit breaker is going to be tripping even on normal condition. That is what we call discrimination. You must provide a circuit breaker that has some level of what? Discrimination. That means the circuit breaker must be able to know when that is not a fault and when it is a fault. So it can what? Not be disturbing you. Because you can't put a circuit breaker that every now and then it will be going off. Even when there is fault, even when there is no fault, it will be going off because you have miscalculated or have used the bad rating of what? Of the circuit breaker. Now, if you are installing a circuit breaker, you must know the size of cable to install that circuit breaker on. Let me say I want to install 100 amp circuit breaker and I'm using 1 mm. Do you know that if that 1 mm breach, it might be unable to produce current that will trip off the breaker? So therefore, you are going to lose your wiring. The wire will burn. So if you are installing 1.5, it is advisable to use breaker of 10 amps because the short circuit of what? Of 1.5 will produce current above 10 amps. And you must know that this circuit breaker is not an intelligent device. So the moment it goes off, it requires you to come and turn it back. So that is all for today's lecture on circuit breakers. Thank you.